Hello, Internet. It's Jenn T. Grace here, founder of Publisher Purpose Press, and I am back for day number 23 of the 30-day writing challenge. Once again, the writing challenge is to write 1,100 words per day over a 30-day period of time to equal a 33,000 word manuscript. So we're on day 23, tip number 23. So tip 23 is don't force your lessons learned on your reader. On the surface, this might just seem like a best practice not to do, but I'm sharing this with you in regards to a writing tip. When we are trying to write and we're trying to not just think about what we have to write, what story we have to share, what information we've learned that we're trying to impart on others, it's not just that part, because that in and of itself is challenging enough, but it's even harder when we're thinking about, okay, I learned this, I did this, I followed this step-by-step process, this, that, and the other. But on top of that, now I have to think through, what do I want my reader to take away from this? What lesson do I want my reader to learn? If you're writing nonfiction, you can absolutely do kind of like key takeaways at the end of a chapter, and there's so many different ways that you can construct that. But if you're writing memoir and you're writing just kind of story after story that completes obviously the bigger picture of what you're sharing, you don't have to worry so much about what the lessons learned are, because every reader is going to take away their own lesson. So this is applicable for nonfiction too. So while yes, you might have a key takeaway area at the end of your chapter, some kind of concluding information that kind of describes like, hey, this is what I taught you in this chapter. This is what I'm hoping you'll take away from this. But at the same time, we want to allow our readers to know themselves instinctively what they're taking away from our work. When we tell the reader, I'm sharing this story and you need to take away this, and we're forcing it upon them, it's removing so much of kind of the beauty and the artistry of a manuscript in a book in general. So I can't emphasize this enough. Don't force what you want your reader to take away onto them. Let them explore what their takeaway is. Yes, their takeaway very well might be something that you wanted them to take away, but additionally, we want to be thinking about what else can they take away from this. And what's beautiful is that if you have early readers kind of look at your work before you go to editing or before you handle the publishing process or anything like that, what's beautiful is that you have readers, usually people who are close to you that you can trust are going to give you good feedback, will say, oh, wow, you know what? I totally love this. I love that this was like a takeaway. And it could be something that had never crossed your mind before. And that is why we don't want to force our readers to take away and learn the lessons that we learned. We want them to learn it on their own time and in their own way.